Commander Masters will most likely have some of the most expensive reprinted cards in 2023, with some really powerful staples reaching an all-time low in many years. Commander Masters has a large price tag but offers players the ability to pull some really good and expensive cards. You are going to want to pick up these 10 cards I'm going to show off in this video while they're as cheap as they are right now. Starting from 10, working our way to the most expensive card, we have Sun Quan, Lord of Wu. Sun Quan, Lord of Wu, 4 blue legendary creature human soldier. Creatures you control have horsemanship. There's no wonder this card is as good as it is. Because basically horsemanship makes it so all your stuff is unblockable. Whether you're playing a deck that likes unblockable creatures or you just want a way to swing out and win the game, Sun Quan, Lord of Wu is the card for you. With a current price at $37.25, Sun Quan is well worth the pickup at this price. Next card on our list is Loyal Retainers. Loyal Retainers reads 2 and a white creature human advisor. Sacrifice Loyal Retainers. Return target legendary creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only during your turn before attackers are declared. This one may not seem too great for 3 mana, but to return any legendary creature to the battlefield is really powerful. In addition, if you're playing this in white, there's a lot of recursion pieces that are going to allow you to get this back over and over again, returning your great legendary creatures to the battlefield basically for free. With a current price of $33.83, this card is very powerful and definitely worth a pickup if this is your play strategy. Arachnogenesis has hit a somewhat large spike in users because of the new Shelob deck, which makes this card incredibly powerful. For 2 and a green, instant, create X 1/2 green spider creature tokens with reach, where X is the number of creatures attacking you. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by non-spider creatures. Not only does this create a bunch of blockers in Shelob, it prevents the damage, and Shelob itself gives all of your spiders death touch, meaning it's going to kill all of your opponent's creatures while giving you a giant board. Making you a ton of food, creature tokens seems pretty good to me. At $38.63, this is a wonderful card to pick up at this price. Our next card is quite surprising because of just how powerful it is. It's Finale of Devastation. Finale of Devastation is X green sorcery. Search your library and or graveyard for a creature card with mana value X or less and put it onto the battlefield. If you search your library this way, shuffle. If X is 10 or more, creatures you control get +X/+X and gain haste until end of turn. This is an awesome win con creature and can very easily win you the game. Getting something out like Craterhoof basically gives all of your creatures a huge buff, and being able to pull it out of the graveyard or your deck makes this very versatile. At $40.38, this is an awesome card to pick up. The next card on our list won't surprise anyone with being as popular as it is, the Great Henge. Great Henge, 7 mana, green, legendary artifact. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. Tap it to add 2 green. You gain 2 life. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. The Great Henge is an engine all on its own, being able to gain you life, make you mana, draw you cards, and put counters on creatures. This is a commander staple, and in my opinion, I wish they reprinted this more often so everybody could play it. It's such a powerful card, and it's so much fun. It's a shame it's still $39.88, but hopefully, as more opened, the price will continue to drop. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please do so. I do all kinds of content relating to Magic the Gathering. I'm doing a live play game series starting tomorrow, so if you'd be interested in that, it's a 1v1 with Edgar Markov and Erixmathes, the Slumbering Isle. Me and my friend had a great time recording it, and I hope you will stop by and check it out. In addition, I do set reviews, commander deck builds, and all other types of content. Moving into the top 5 most expensive cards, we have the Dragon. The Dragon was one of the first cards shown off in Commander Masters. We've seen a steep decline in its price as the set has been coming out. 4 white, blue, black, red, green. Legendary creature, dragon avatar. Eminence. As long as the Dragon is in the command zone or on the battlefield, other dragon spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. It has flying, and whenever 1 or more dragons you control attack, draw that many cards. Then you may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. The Dragon is one of the most powerful commanders I've ever played against, and honestly, it's kind of unfair just how good it is. This card getting a reprint kind of scares me because that many more people are going to be able to get their hands on it, and with a price tag of $39.88, this is definitely worth the pickup before it rises in price again. This next reprinted card is my favorite Magic card in all of Magic the Gathering, and it's Avacyn, Angel of Hope. Avacyn, Angel of Hope, 5 white, white, white. Legendary creature Angel. Flying, vigilance, indestructible. Other permanents you control have indestructible. Indestructible is one of Magic the Gathering's most powerful abilities, and making all of your permanents, meaning lands, creatures, enchantments, and artifacts indestructible is incredibly powerful. This card has been printed several times, and this is its second reprinting in a master set, and it's still $42.75. This next card might be one of the oldest reprints in this set, and it's Capture of Jing Zhao. Capture of Jing Zhao is 3 blue blue sorcery. Take an extra turn after this one. This was a card that was printed in Portal's 3 Kingdoms, and it did get a judge promo, but because of that, the price was super high on this card. This was another one of those first cards we got previewed, and for good reason. It was super expensive, and it still is. The price tag on Capture of Jing Zhao is $51.50. Our second most expensive card from Commander Masters won't surprise anyone and leave you seeing double. It is Doubling Season. Doubling Season is an enchantment for 4 and a green. If an effect would create 1 or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many tokens instead. If an effect would put 1 or more counters on a permanent you control, it puts twice that many of those counters on a permanent instead. Doubling Season is the most powerful doubling card we have, and its one-sided effect makes it so you're the only one going to benefit from it. This is so good in any deck that cares about counters and tokens, and unfortunately, it's still $59.98. I would love to see this card reprinted again in a couple of years to hopefully bring it below that $50 mark. And our last card and most expensive reprint is Jeweled Lotus. Jeweled Lotus is a format breaking card because for 0 mana you get an artifact with sack Jeweled Lotus, add 3 mana of any color, spend this mana only to cast your commander. It doesn't matter what deck this is in, Jeweled Lotus is incredibly powerful, and the really unfair part about this is it's so powerful it leaves your opponents struggling to catch up. If you're able to play Jeweled Lotus on turn 1 and you have a cheap commander, you're able to get ahead of all your opponents and your likelihood of winning the game is far higher. This card is our most expensive card, and for good reason, at $64.99. Thank you so much for watching, and if any of these cards are ones you're interested in, please go and check them out now and watch them over the next couple of weeks because we'll see some shifts as more packs are opened and these card prices will continue to fall some. But don't wait too long because some of these cards are going to be bought up as quickly as they come out and their prices are going to start to rise again. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel. I try to put out multiple videos a week and work really hard to give you good content. If there's a card you wish was cheaper that got reprinted in Commander Masters, please leave it in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. It would really help me out. Today's Scryfall card of the day is Pact of Negation. Those who expect betrayal at every turn are seldom disappointed. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you later, Planeswalkers.